I had my doubts, but they did it. They recreated the best Dragon Rush animation. Let's go. Oh my gosh, Dragonite's Draconvicious dinner. Finally, after the long wait, we got the Iris episode. Yo, what's up everyone? Trayman1 here. Welcome back to another Pokemon Journeys anime review, guys. Today we are covering episode 65, Ash versus Iris, the champion fight we've been waiting for. Oh boy, do I got a lot to say about this episode. A lot of good and there's some bad, but mostly good. So let's go and get right into it. Also, make sure after watching this video, you all check out Tasso's channel as he is uploading me and his reaction to this episode over on there. Let's go and get right into the review. You know it's the start of a good episode if they start with Ash's team. Yes, Gengar, Lucario, and Dragonite all finally appear once again. And Sirfetch'd too. Sirfetch'd ends up doing something as well. I do love that we're getting to see Ash's team all together as Ash reads the letter of his battle invitation from Iris. Apparently she just got into the super class and is challenging Ash to, I'm guessing, her first super class battle, which is pretty cool. And yeah, the episode literally wastes no time getting us to the Universe region and breaking Ash and Go off in the beginning. Rigo catches two of the Panseer and Pampor. We get to see Pansage in flashback form through Silent, while Ash goes to the gym, sees an Axew who's actually Drayden's. I was actually kind of shocked to see Drayden. You know, it made sense Drayden was going to appear. It's in his gym, but it's still nice to see him again. Ah, man, it was just really cool seeing this character. And apparently the Axew is his. I don't know why he is an Axew. I mean, it could be a baby, you know, just hatched from Iris's or even his Haxorus' egg. Who knows? But still, it was cool to see his character once again. We also get a really nice recreation. I love that Go is meeting Ash's companions in the same way almost that Ash did, where, you know, Lana fished him out and then he ends up meeting the rest of the group. Here, Go freaking throws a Pokeball at Iris, thinking she's a Pokemon, knocking her out of the tree, and then she, instead of getting mad at him, is like, oh, you know, I understand. You know, you wouldn't expect a person to be sleeping in a tree. And then she's like, oh, Steph, I gotta go to my battle, and heads off. Iris's character throughout this whole moment was just great overall. For starters, we get to see Imango once again, as it gives the great introduction to Champion Iris. I love how she made such a big entrance. She was so happy to see Ash. She was like, you know, did I surprise you? Ash was like, of course. The chemistry that these two had, like, of them having a good time, smiling and laughing together, I really did love these scenes a lot. And they even did reference the arguments they used to have with Iris calling Ash a little kid for being so excited over a battle. So, yeah, you know, it's still them. I just wish that Ash mentioned he was a champion. This was the perfect moment because, you know, Ash was like, you're a little kid too. Iris like, I'm no kid, I'm a champion. Ash, what are you doing? Mention it. Unfortunately, he doesn't though, but the battle kicks off right away, right after Iris reads Dragonite's feelings. I love that they're showing her character growth. Before, Iris was having a hard time really getting the vibe of the Pokemon, but here she easily just touches Dragonite and says, oh, this was really kind. Right off the bat, we get to see Iris's awesome Dragonite again, yo. I just love the way Ash's Dragonite was so scared, like, are you sure about this? You can just see this fear in his face, looking at how mad Iris's Dragonite looked. Like, I'm so glad they kept his personality. Honestly, in the battle, if Ash didn't return his Dragonite, Iris's Dragonite would have destroyed this thing. It got off 2 Dragon Rushes and Thunder Punch, almost an Ice Beam too, breaking a hole through the ceiling. I love their reaction, like, uh-oh, and Drayden's just kind of like, I gotta pay for this. But he's like, don't worry about it, continue to fight. But you know, deep down inside, he was like, you children. But no, the way that Dragonite stood above Ash is like, you call yourself a Dragonite. Yo, I was like, dang, my boy's going in. We get to see the character growth of Dragonite. In the Claire fight even, you know, Dragonite was kind of, would get upset and would have these rampages, but here we see Iris and Dragonite fully in sync. I love this growth so much. And I know a lot of people were upset that Dragonite lost to Dracovish. You know, I was kind of upset about it too. But to be fair, Dracovish did use Ice Fang, which is 4 times effective against Dragonite, who is a dragon and flying type. Along with having the ability Super Fang, which boosts the power of Fang type moves. So to be honest, it makes a lot of sense. Plus, Dragonite's head was in his mouth. He was being eaten alive, so the Ice Fang had to hurt. Wow, what I really do love though is the growth of Haxorus. You know, the little baby Axew has became a Haxorus and man has gotten powerful. Dragon Rage became Dragon Pulse, Scratch became Psycho Cut, it still has Outrage, and it now has Breaking Swipes instead of Giga Impact. So we get to see it battle. It 2-shots Dracovish and takes no damage. I'm like, okay, Iris has to win this fight because this is apparently her strongest Pokemon on the team as well. Iris has to win. Dragonite took so much damage and was so hurt. Even after the fact, in this fight, it got hit by Outrage. Outrage is one of the strongest Dragon type moves. So I knew Dragonite had to go down soon, but no, it didn't. It's crazy to think that this is our first time seeing Iris use Outrage since Axew first learned it in that tournament long time ago. And they actually came over the, confusion part where Haxor slammed his head into the ground to get out of his confusion. You can see the growth of Haxor. It's not a little scared baby no more. This thing is tough, like, whoa. And even throughout the fight, Dragonite is getting outraged and upset, but Iris actually ends up reaching out to Dragonite, calming it down. And it's like, yeah, Axew was a little calm and friendly too, but it grew to be a nice, strong battler. Have fun while you battle. Which that pep talk might have been the reason why Iris lost, just by helping Ash out, even encouraging them throughout the battle. Iris really pulled a lot of Ash moments in this episode. And another reference that I noticed on Twitter that somebody pointed out, thank you for mentioning this, but in the games, Iris, after reading the Pokemon's friendship, can teach your Pokemon Draco Meteor, which Ash learns in this battle. But the way Ash learns it was pretty cool, I can't even lie. For everyone, we get a reference to the counter shields from Diamond and Pearl with Ash's Dragonite using Hurricane on itself as a counter shield. That was amazing. And with it mixed with Dragon Pulse going up into the sky, this causes for Ash's Pokemon to learn Draco Meteor. And to be fair, yes, it was powered up by Dragon Dance, but for it to just one-shot Haxorus, I did not like this. They pulled a Karina. Now, I wasn't as upset. The Karina fight, I was so sad the way that Karina just got one-shotted by Ash's Dragonite with one Dragon Claw. I was like, what? Here, though, I kind of had my expectations low after witnessing that fight. I'm like, okay, this is the fight to go to the Hyper Class. They're probably going to make Ash win. I think because I had my expectations low, it didn't hurt, or like it didn't hit as hard, but I'm still upset with the results. To be honest, Haxor's only got one-shotted. I wish it took a bit more damage throughout the fight, because looking at Dragonite, 2 Dragon Rushes, Outrage, Thunder Punch, all those hits, like, that's a lot of damage done on Dragonite. Yes, Dragon Dance does boost the power, but it shouldn't have did that much, to be honest. Like, come on now, where you can one-shot. But yes, even with that complaint, the battle was still too good, so I can't really hate on it too much. This was a really good episode. It was much better than the Karina episode. I think if we didn't have that Karina episode to prepare me for this, I would have been a lot more upset. But knowing how the results of that fight went and going into this, I kind of could get by it a little bit better. It was a great champion fight between these two trainers. I love the growth of Iris's character. She was a lot more nice, a lot more friendly. You get to see her strength, her Pokemon, and even now she mentions we will get to the Hyper Class soon, so they will be having a rematch, which I can't wait for. She's apparently caught a Gudra and a Gibble, and we get to see the great Claire once again. Oh, we miss you, Claire. Come back to us. But yeah, guys, this was a pretty good episode. If I had to rate it, I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. It was a nice episode. It's not a 10 because of those few complaints, but it's still enjoyable, and I would recommend you all check it out. Things are also getting real interesting for the Hyper Class as well, as they confirmed that Volkner and his Luxray will be returning in the Hyper Class. Bia and her Grappler will be returning. And we get to see other trainers who we can't really tell, but that one right there, that kind of looks like Lily and Vulpix. I can't even lie. There was that poster with the Alolan Ninetales, so is Lily in the tournament? Is she in the Hyper Class? Nah, I don't think Lily's in the Hyper Class. If she is, I would literally be jaw dropped. Like, she'd be like, oh, while we were searching for fodder, I was training with Mother and Gladion to become a good trainer. I'd be like, what? But no, I don't know who this is. A lot of people think Sabrina. A lot of people think, that one guy on the left is the Raichu trainer that had beat Ash back in Sinnoh. Some people saying that guy in the back is Bruno. Some people saying Lieutenant Surge. Who knows? We just have to wait and see, to be honest. But the Hyper Class does seem to be interesting, and I can't wait to see Volkner and Bia, definitely. With all that being said, though, I'm truly glad to see Iris's character growth. She is the champion. Ash is a champion. This is the first champion that Ash has actually beat. So Ash is actually pretty up there as a trainer. He's getting really good. Will he be able to beat Leon, though? He needs to train with Dynamax a lot more, and he's in the Hyper Class now. So I think now's the time for them to do that. And I can't wait to see who he battles next, along with his rematch with Iris. Seeing that she has a full team now, I would love to see a full 6v6 between the two. Seeing she's Gudra, for crying out loud. I also like to see the return of Claire. I think Ash and Claire having a battle would be pretty good, but seeing as Ash just beat Iris, who I'm pretty sure has like success Claire at this point. You know, it wouldn't be as good. But yeah, everyone, in the comment section down below, let me know what y'all thought of today's episode. I'd love to hear. Really great episode. Yeah, I have those complaints. And yes, I wish Iris did win, but in the end, I can accept what they did. Not the one-shotting Haxers though. That ain't gonna sit right with me for a while. Thank you all for watching though. I hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And in the comment section down below, let me know what y'all thought of today's episode. I'd love to hear. Trayman1. Peace out.